Machu Picchu was famously discovered by Hiram Bingham in 1912, but new evidence shows that lost city of the Incas was actually discovered 40 years earlier than thought and its treasures ransacked. The new evidence shows that it was first visited in 1867 by an obscure German entrepreneur named Augusto Burns, who apparently looted the tombs with the Peruvian government's blessing. In the late 1500s, Spaniards who recently gained control of the area documented that indigenous individuals mentioned returning to Huayna Picchu, the name that is believed to be originally given to the site by locals. The Spanish conquistador Baltasar de Ocampo had notes of a visit during the end of the 16th century to a mountain fortress with very sumptuous and majestic buildings, erected with great skill and art, all the lintels of the doors, as well the principal as the ordinary ones, being of marble, elaborately carved. Over the centuries, the surrounding jungle overgrew the site, and few outside the immediate area knew of its existence. Some evidence indicates that a German railroad engineer arrived earlier. Maps show references to Machu Picchu as early as 1874, and a copy of the 1904 book Atlas del Peru by Carlos Cisneros, published 5 years before Hiram Bingham's first visit to Peru in 1909, mentions Inca ruins called Huayna Picchu. The book states that the whole area is littered with ruined Inca villages that offer fertile material for the investigations of archaeologists because of the numerous objects of precious metal and other kinds of things that surround the ancient idols and tombs. There are Inca villages where there have still been no excavations. Besides Cusco itself, there are many other ruins. The book tells that the entire length of the Urubamba is littered with ruins. Further along are Umasbamba and in the heights, the village of Huayna Picchu. In the eastern Cordillera are beautiful ruins, and the fabulous village of Platarayoc, constructed on a high mesa surrounded by snow-covered mountains, and many other sites and villages of lesser importance. In 1471, the year Spanish conquistador Francisco Pizarro was born, Inca leader Pachacuti died. Pachacuti was the 9th Inca, and Atahualpa's great-grandfather. When he was young, the Inca kingdom was small and their enemies attacked their capital. Viracocha and his 6 brothers fled, while Atahualpa, the youngest, stayed to successfully defend the city. In the decades that followed, Pachacuti and his sons extended the Inca Empire to include vast territories and numerous civilizations. The Inca leader confined Cusco's rivers to stone channels and had his capital completely rebuilt. He created the Inca system of warehouses and roads, with Chusquí messengers to maintain rapid communication. He defined the calendar, festivals, customs and laws for his people to follow and organized a warrior class for the conquests to come. It was Pachacuti who ordered the holiest Inca site, the Sun Temple, to be constructed. For that, he gathered the best goldsmiths and told them to fashion a life-sized figure of a young boy, resembling the brilliantly shining child he had seen in a vision while protecting the capital. Pachacuti personally placed the finished statue in an interior room where only he, certain lords and special caretakers, were allowed to enter to revere the child's figure, the most sacred icon in the realm. Like Pachacuti, the golden sculpture was considered a representative of the sun. On the same day that Pachacuti installed the boy's image in the Sun Temple, he had a sugarloaf-shaped stone placed in the center of the principal plaza. The specially carved rock represented the sun, for one and all to worship. Although Pachacuti's victories stretched throughout the Inca's known world, his initial invasions were in the Urubamba Valley. It was there that the ancient leader had a village built for his descendant family to care for his tomb and to serve his memory. He called the town High City. This city is now known as Machu Picchu. In fact, when American historian and explorer Hiram Bingham traveled the region looking for the old Inca capital, he was led to Machu Picchu by a villager. Bingham found the name Augustin Lizarraga and the date 1902 written in charcoal on one of the walls. Though Bingham was not the first to visit the ruins, he was considered the scientific discoverer who brought Machu Picchu to international attention. Bingham organized another expedition in 1912 to undertake major clearing and excavation. When Bingham arrived, he found a hut called La Maquina. This was actually part of a sawmill which the German ran in the area, after purchasing 25 kilometers of land along the Vilcanota River in 1867. He then realized the immense potential value of Machu Picchu's artifacts. The jungle-shrouded Inca citadel of Machu Picchu may have been rediscovered and looted decades before the Yale scholar credited with the find first got there, according to recently discovered documents. The German adventurers' activities were uncovered when a researcher discovered an old map of the area, and subsequently traced the German activities through documents in the National Library of Peru. Greer uncovered a sketch map of the area by the German partner, a lost geology book with material based on the German work, a booklet describing the German plans to loot Machu Picchu, and his handmade map of the area. A lot of evidence has shown that there were many foreign explorers before Bingham. With all the wealth that existed in Machu Picchu, it could have been looted before Bingham. Even if Bingham, who was led to Machu Picchu by a local Quechua-speaking farmer, wasn't the first explorer to rediscover the site, he did not leave empty-handed. Still, most academics say Yale University's Hiram Bingham rediscovered the site in Peru's verdant southeastern Andes during a 1911 expedition. But 30 years of digging through files in the United States and Peru led a researcher to maps and documents showing that a German businessman got there first. In fact, Peruvian historian Mariana Mold de Peace backs the claim. She said she found in Yale University archives a letter of understanding between the German and Peru's then president to pillage the site, as long as the Peruvian government received 10% of the profits. The German adventurer turned up in South America in 1863. In 1881, he stated that he had formerly been a colonel of artillery in the Peruvian service, well known for his successful operations as a military engineer and chief of artillery in 1866, and afterwards as a civil engineer on the Cusco-Puno Railroad. In 1867, the German purchased an 18 by 8 mile square tract of land on the Vilcanota River, opposite of Machu Picchu, and an 1887 document even shows he set up a company to plunder the site. The German wrote that Machu Picchu will undoubtedly contain objects of great value, and form part of those treasures of the Incas. However, recently uncovered documents show that he had previously set up a gold mining company near Machu Picchu, even though the granite cliffs in the area hold little, if any gold. Furthermore, a former Peruvian president official permission for the German company to sack the ruins was posted in El Comercio on November 23, 1887. One Christian Dam took out an entire page in the paper denouncing the German. Augustinian priests very possibly arrived to Machu Picchu and even established something called the Picchu Doctrine, and a catalogue in a North American library shows items that the German removed from the zone. Recently, Peru has demanded that Yale University return the collection of artifacts Bingham took from Machu Picchu, a complex of stone buildings built by the Incas in the 1400s. Yale agreed to return about 4,000 pieces that had been taken from the site. The two sides agreed in principle to co-sponsor a traveling expedition featuring the pieces, and later a museum in Cusco, the ancient Inca capital. But they have been unable to reach a final agreement on mummies, ceramics, bones, and other artifacts. I wanted to thank the sponsor of this video, Skillshare, the online learning community with thousands of online classes and members who join together to find inspiration and take the next step in their creative journey. Indeed, if you are interested in making a career pivot or up-leveling your skills, Skillshare is a great resource for freelancers and entrepreneurs to help you learn new skills to support your side hustle or launch into a totally new career. I recently completed a course titled Make Great YouTube Thumbnails by Evan from the YouTube channel Polymatter. This course helped me to increase my click-through rate and grow my channel audience. Now is the perfect time to invest in yourself. With a Skillshare membership, you can engage in your hobbies and passions for a full 12 months. It's the perfect way to start, and finally keep, your resolutions for the new year. Make 2023 the year you perfect a new creative hobby, land a new career, or launch your business. For a limited time you can receive 50% off of a full-year Skillshare subscription, which is the best value of the year. Give Skillshare a try, and the first 1,000 people to use my exclusive link in the video description will get a 1-month free trial.